Hello everybody. Okay, so the paper we're about to answer here is Additional Mathematics paper 2, and it has got 100 marks as usual. So without wasting our time, let's go into question 1. Alright, so for question 1 here, they are saying solve the following systems of equations. So we've got 2x minus 3 y plus z is equal to 11, and also we've got x plus y plus 2z is equal to a 2. Another one here is 3x minus 2y minus 3z is equal to 7. So step by step, it's important that you indicate that this is your equation 1, while this other one is equation 2 and equation 3. So there are 3 equations. Now out of these 3 equations, get one you feel is simple to work with, to start with. So I'll get this one. So I'll say x is equal to 2 minus y minus 2z. So you make x the subject, okay? And now you go to equation 1. Where there is x, you substitute this part, okay? So it will be 2 open bracket 2 minus y minus 2z minus 3y plus z is equal to 11. So you simplify, this is a 4 minus 2y plus, or it's a minus still, minus 4z minus 3y plus z is equal to 11. So I've just gotten rid of the brackets by multiplying this 2 by everything that is inside the brackets. So from here, we group the like terms. So minus 2y and minus 3y will give us a minus 5y. And here it will be minus 3z, because minus 4z plus z will be a minus 3z, which is equal to this 11 minus 4, because the 4 which is here will come this side. So it will be 11 minus 4, which will give us a 7. So we shall call this as equation 4. So we've got 4 equations here. Again, we get this equation 3. Where there is x, we substitute this x right here. So it will basically be 3 open bracket 2 minus y minus 2z minus 2y minus 3z is equal to 7. So I hope you're able to see. Just where there's x, you substitute this. You do the same, get rid of the brackets. So it will be 3 by 2, that is a 6, minus 3y minus 6z minus 2y minus 3z is equal to a 7. So we simplify. Minus 3y and minus 2y will give us a minus 5y, while minus 6z and minus 3z will give us a minus 9z, which is equal to a 1. When this 6 crosses the equal sign, it will be 7 minus 6, which will give us a 1. So we've got equation number 5. So there are 5 equations. Now we can solve equation number 4 and 5 simultaneously. Equation 4 looks like this. This is equation 4. And then equation 5 looks like this. So we can solve these 2 simultaneously. So we're going to say multiplied by negative 1, 1. I hope you know how to solve the simultaneous equation. So this will be 5y plus 3z is equal to negative 7, okay? When we multiply negative 1 by negative 5y, it's positive 5y. negative 1 by negative 3z. This is what we get, and for this we get this. We come to this one, we're getting a negative 5y minus 9z is equal to a 1. Okay, so from here we can now do the adding. So these two cancel. When we add them here, we're getting a negative 6z, which is equal to negative 6. Divide by negative 6 both sides. Z is coming out to be equal to a 1. So the value of z is equal to 1. Now to get the value of y, we'll get any of the equations, either equation 5 or equation 4. So let me go with equation 4. We've got negative 5y minus 3z is equal to 7. Negative 5y minus, here, minus 3, we've got z to be equal to 1, is equal to 7, minus 5y minus 3 is equal to 7. We group the like terms. So for those who are wondering where 1 is coming from, it's just the value of z, which is here. So we've got minus 5y is equal to 7 plus 3 minus 5y is equal to 10. Divide by minus 5 minus 5. This and this will go. Y will be equal to negative 2. So we've gotten the value of y to be equal to negative 2. For the value of x, we'll get this part, this one. Okay? So we're going to say, since we know that x is equal to 2 minus y minus 2z, so we just substitute the value of y, it's a negative 2, while the value of z is a 1. So I've got 2 plus 2 minus 2, which will give us a 2. So now we've gotten all the values. So here we can say x, comma, y, comma, z is equal to, x is what? It's a 2, y is negative 2, z is 1. So these are the solutions for the first question. We now go to question 2. So to solve question 2, we have to copy what we've been given. This is what we have. We can change here. We say equal to 2 minus 5x. So we say 3x power 2 plus 5x minus 2 is equal to 0. We are solving the quadratic equation. So now think of two numbers. When you multiply them, they give you negative 6, and when you add them, they give you positive 5. Remember, this is simply solving the quadratic equation, of which I'm pretty sure you all know how to solve quadratic equations. Okay, so here I'm going to write a 3x power 2 plus 6x minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. So 3x open bracket x plus a 2. I'm just solving by factorization, and this is what we are getting. Okay, 3x minus 1 x plus 2 is equal to 0. 3x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is also equal to 0. 3x is equal to 1 over 3 over 3. The value of x here is equal to 1 over 3, while here x is equal to negative 2. So now these are not the final solutions. Okay, these are not the final solutions. So if we want, we can do this. We test. We've got 3x power 2 plus 5x minus 2. This must be greater than 0, according to what we have here. So it must be greater than 0. So we're going to do a line like this, and then here we write negative 2, here we write 1 over 3, and then do this. We want to find where the solutions are. Okay, so we pick any number, okay. So let me do this. We pick any number between, we want to see if the solution lies between -2 and 1/3. So we pick any number between these two. What number is that? I can pick a 0 here. 0 is in between. Any number, if you want, you can pick a 0. If you want, you can pick -1. Any number for as long as it's in between. So when we pick a 0, we substitute. This will be 0. Will remain with a -2 greater than 0. Is this true? No, it's not true. So meaning the answer cannot be here between. What about numbers less than -2? For example, you pick -3, you put here. It will give you, it will work out. It will give you, it's true. The solutions will be here. If you pick numbers bigger than 1/3, for example, you pick a 1, put it here. It will be true. The solution will be here. So here you can say x, okay. This side x is less than -2. For this side, x is greater than 1/3. So these are the two solutions. So if you end here, it means you've not finished. You have to test and find your answers like this. Let's go to the next question. So we've got 2x power 2 minus 4x plus 3. They want us to write it in this form. Okay? So here, the first thing must be to factor out what is this side. So when you factor out a 2, we'll remain with what we have right here. Okay? So once we factor out there, we now get the number which is with x here. That's -2. So whatever number is there divided by 2, you get a -1. This -1 squared, it's giving us a +1. Okay? That's +1. Now, we can now say 2 open bracket x power 2 minus 2x plus 1. Okay? Plus 1. Okay, I want you to see something. Plus 1. Oosh. I want you to see something. Minus 1. So plus 1 minus 1. So this is just a 0. And then say plus 3. So here we can say 2 open bracket x, okay, x minus, okay, it's a minus 2, x power 2 minus 2x plus 1, and then here we say plus 3 minus 2. So where is this minus 2 coming from? I've just now gotten this multiplied by the number which is in front and then add it to what we have here, or subtract to what we have here. Okay? Or in other words, let me do this to avoid people getting confused. So from this stage, we are going to say 2 open bracket x power 2 minus 2x, and then you get this one here, you add it here, plus 3. Okay? So once you add, you are now going to get this same one multiplied by the number which is in front. So it's a 2 open bracket x power 2 minus 2x plus 1 plus 3. So when you get this number times this, it will give us a 2. Now subtract it from the number that is this side. So now that's a 2 open bracket x power 2 minus 2x plus a 1 plus this 1 here. Okay? When we subtract 3 minus 2, it's a 1. We can now write 2 open bracket x minus, now you get what is here, minus 1. And then you bring the power 2 here plus 1. This is how it's supposed to be. Okay? And for the minimum, okay, did they say minimum? For the minimum here, okay, for the minimum value of y, Okay, here this is where now you just say, okay, the maximum, okay, the maximum value of y, or the minimum y of the minimum value of y would be just this, the turning point. Because let me start with the 10. So for the minimum value, you are going to use this turning point. So the turning point of that is a 1, 1. That's a turning point. 1, 1. You change this to positive. If it's negative, you put a positive. If it's positive, you put a negative. For this one, you just get the way it is. So y, its minimum value, it's just a 1. The y value here, it's a 1 at a turning point. That's the answer. Okay? That's our answer. We now go to the next question. So for the next question here, they want us to solve. So solving this one, you can just say log of 2 power 4x minus 3 is equal to log of 3. So the log will bring a 4x minus 1 and minus 3 in front. So 4x minus 3 log of 2 is equal to log of 3. You distribute, this is 4x log of 2 minus log, okay, 3 log of 2, which is equal to log of 3. So you can group the like terms. 4x log 2 is equal to log 3 plus 3 log of 2. Okay, so here we can say 4x log of 2 is equal to log over 3 plus log over 8. So let me show you something. When you've got log, okay, log over a b, this would be a log of b power a. So that's why this 2 has come here as a power, 3 as a power. So it will be 2 power 3, which will give us 8. That's how this 8 is coming about. Again, here there is the property of log, which says that addition changes to multiplication. So this will be 4x log of 2, which is equal to log of 24. Because 3 times 8 will give us a 24. You divide by 4 log of 2 over 4 log of 2. This log 2 log 2 go 4 will go. We shall remain with x is equal to log 24 over log of 16. You see, this 4 will come here. It will be 2 power 4, which will give us a 16, using this property right here. And from here we can say our answer is equal to log base 16 over 24. So this base, the log which is down here, this becomes the base. That's a property which says that when you've got log of a over log of b, this is log b of a. This is how you can write it, and this is what we've written. Okay, so now we go to the next question, question 4. So for question 4 here, they're saying find the value of q. So to find the value of q here, basically what we need to do here, have we skipped any? Yeah, we've skipped this one. First, we have to answer question B. So for question B, the first thing will be to group the like terms. So this is what we have right here. So this log will be minus log base 3 of x minus 1 is equal to a 2. So the log property that needs to be applied here says that when you've got log of a minus log of b, this will simply be equal to log over a over b. You see, and it's what we need to do here. So this is log base 3 over 4x plus 8 over x minus 1 is equal to a 2. So now here it will be 4x plus 8 over x minus 1 equal to 3 power 2. So again, this property cancels the log. So the base which is here will come this side and it becomes the base, while this, whatever is here, becomes the power. And then the log disappears. It's like this. When you've got log of log base a of b is equal to c, this will simply be equal to c. Should I start with b? Let me start with b. This is simply equal to b equal to a power c. Have you seen b? This a becomes the base power c, and this is what we've done here. So that is a 4x plus 8 over x minus 1 equal to 9. You cross multiply, this is a 4x plus 8 equal to 9x minus 9. So this is a 4x minus 9x is equal to minus 9 minus 8. And this is giving us a negative 5x is equal to negative 17. Divide by negative 5 by negative 5. The value of x is coming out to be equal to 17 over 5. We go to the next question, which is this one. So we're going to say, for this one, we copy what we've been given there. 2x power 3 minus qx power 2 minus 4x plus 8. So we shall say x minus 2 is equal to 0. Even this one we shall say equal to 0. So get this equal to 0 and this equal to 0. We solve for x. X will be equal to a 2 for this one. Now we substitute in this equation. Wherever there is x, we put a 2. And this is how it's going to look like. Remember, we're solving for q. So this is what we are getting. So this will be 2 power 3, it's 8. 8 times 2, that's a 16, minus 2 power 2, it's a 4, times negative q, it's a 4q. Here it will give us 8 plus 8, which is equal to 0. So these two cancel, we shall remain with a 16 minus 4. Q is equal to 0. Negative 4q is equal to negative 16. When you group the like terms, the value of q is coming out to be equal to a 4. We go to the next question, question B. So for question B here, they are saying given that negative 2x power 3 plus 4x power 2 minus 32x, 32x minus 10. This is equivalent to a open bracket x plus 2 power 3 plus b x 2x minus 1 plus c. So your focus must be this side, okay? We just simplify this side. So we've got a open bracket. So this will be multiplying this by itself. It will be x plus 2 x plus 2 x plus 2 plus bx 2x minus 1 plus c. So we multiply here. We're getting x power 2 plus 2x, okay, and here it will be plus 2x, this one plus 4, and then there's x plus 2 here, plus here b 2bx power 2 minus bx plus c. So we can simplify here. That's a x power 2 plus 4x power 4x just, and then here it will be 4x plus 2 plus 2bx power 2 minus bx plus c. We simplify here, we're getting a x power 3. We multiply here, this by this, this by this, it's a 4x power 2, this by this, it's a 4x, this by this, that's a 2x power 2 plus 8x, this by this, plus 8. So we just simplify. And this is how it is. So we can say a open bracket x power 3, this and this can be simplified. We're getting a 6x power 2, and then here 12x for this and this, 12x plus 8 plus 2bx power 2 minus bx plus a c. So now we can get rid of the brackets. We're getting a x power 3 plus 6 a x power 2 plus 12 a x plus 8a plus 2b x squared minus bx plus a c. So now we can form equations here. If you are following nicely, we know that this looks like this with a power 2, power 3. So we can say a is equal to -2. Wow, here we say 6a plus 2b. You see, power 2, power 2. We match them. We see now in the original equation here, what has got a power 2? It's a 4. So we shall say equal to a 4, the coefficient. Okay? Another equation that we can form will be this one. So 8a plus c. They don't have letters. So this one, they don't have variable x. This one and this one don't have variable x. So we shall say equal to anything without variable x, it's a -10 or -10. So this is equal to -10. We already have the solution there for a. So now we can just substitute here. We're getting a -2, and this will help us solve for b. -12 plus 2b is equal to a 4. 2b is equal to 4 plus 12. 2b is equal to 16. Divide by 2 by 2. The value of b is coming out to be equal to 8. So this is the value of b. We come to this one. We've got 8. A is a -2 plus c. We're solving for c. Okay, this is -10. So -16 plus c is equal to -10. And then we group the like terms. C is equal to -10 plus 16. C is equal to a 6. So the value of c is equal to a 6. We've gotten that. We come to this one. So they are saying, in how many ways can 7 English books, so 7 English books, textbooks, and 3 mathematics textbooks be put in a straight line if there is no restriction? So we just say 7 plus 3 will give us a 10, and then we say 10 factorial. So 10 factorial, you can punch on your calculator. 10 factorial is giving us a 3628800. So this is the answer without restriction. And here they are saying mathematics textbooks not be together, not be next to each other, so to say. Mathematics textbooks should not be next to each other. So we know that mathematics, we've got 3, while English, it's 7. So there are 2 ways. I'll show you 2 ways on how you can do this. The first way is you just say 7 factorial times 3 factorial times 8, choose 3. Okay, so for 7 factorial, we're getting a 5, 0, 4, 0 times 6, which is a 3 factorial, it's 6, and then 8, choose 3, it's giving us a 56 times 56. And here we can say 5040 times 6 times 56. This is giving us a Okay, 93, 44, 0. So this is the answer. Now, I know some of you are asking where the 8 is coming from. So, here, the way you can arrange, look at this. So we shall say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is we're saying we don't want mathematics textbooks to be together. So for English there are 7. So English 1, English 2, English 3, English 4, English 5, English, oh sorry, there must be space in between. So this is English 6, English 7. Have you seen? So there are how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, for English. Now how many spaces are in between? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where the 8 is coming from. So if you don't want to use this process, you can just say, okay, I will say 7 factorial, okay? There are 7 English textbooks times, here I will say 8 permutation 3, 8p3. These are 8 spaces where 3 English books must be positioned. So we know 7 factorial will give us a 5, 0, 4, 0 times. So when we punch on our calculator, 8 permutation 3, we're getting a 3, 3, 6. And when we multiply those two, we're getting the same answer we've gotten. Okay? We're getting the same answer we got right here. So we go to the next question. They're saying a group of 6 prisoners are to be pardoned from 8 female and 6 male prisoners. Find the number of ways of choosing 4 female, 2 male. So here we just say 8 choose 4 times 6 choose 2. So 8 choose 4. This is giving us a 70 times 6 choose 2. It's giving us a 15. And when you multiply these two, 70 times 15, we're getting 1050. 1050. This is our answer. We now go to the next question where they're saying we solve. So cos, open bracket, 2x plus pi over 4. And then here we've got negative this. Okay. This is what we have. So here we can say let y be equal to 2x plus pi over 4. Meaning we're getting a cos y is equal to what we have right here. So y will be equal to cos inverse over negative square root of 3 over 2. And this is giving us, when we punch, of course, it's giving us, let me check what we're getting. We're getting a 5 pi over a 6. So this is what we've gotten. Now we can say y is equal to 2x plus pi over 4. This part, we will equate it to the answer that we've gotten. So 2x plus pi over 4 is equal to 5 pi over 6. We now group the like terms. 2x is equal to 5 pi over 6 minus pi over 4. So 2x is equal to, here it's a 12, 7 pi. Okay? We're solving for x, so divide by 2 both sides. X will be equal to 7 pi over a 24. So this is our answer. We go to the next question. Alright, so for question 6b, they are saying express 8 cos x plus 6 sine x in the form r cos x minus alpha. Okay, so r is less than 0. So basically what we're going to do here is to use the property of cos on this one. So we're going to say r, okay, open bracket, cos x cos alpha. This is an identity I'm using. Plus, here it will be sine x sine alpha. Okay, so I'm just using trig identity for this one. So now we can say r cos x cos alpha plus r sine x sine alpha. So now when we compare nicely, we try to compare, you will see that this is r cos alpha cos x. So cos x here, you can see cos x. Have you seen? Plus here r sine alpha sine x. Also here you can see sine x there. Therefore we can say what has remained here, r cos alpha is equal to 8. This 8. Have you seen? And then here r sine alpha will be equal to a 6. So now we can make r the subject here. So r will be equal to 8 over cos alpha. Even here r will be equal to 6 over sine alpha. So now these two are equal, we can equate them. 8 over cos alpha is equal to 6 over sine alpha. We now cross multiply. So we're having sine alpha over cos alpha is equal to 6 over 8. So this, using the trig identity, we can write it as a tan alpha is equal to 6 over 8. We now find alpha. So for alpha, so tan inverse of 6 over 8 will give us, when we punch, tan inverse over 6 over 8. This of course is giving us a 36.9 degrees. So this is the value of alpha. So now writing it in this form, it will be r, we have to find the r. So finding this r, since we found the alpha, we can now say r will simply be equal to 8 squared plus 6 squared. Just get the numbers which are in front here and then find their square root. So 8 squared, that will give us a 64, and then 6 squared will give us a 36, which is equal to 100, and this is the value of r. So now we can say, since r cos x minus alpha is what we want to write it in, which is this one, so we can say r is a 10 cos x minus alpha is a 36.9 degrees, and this is what we've written. Remember, the alpha is what we found right here. For this question, the minimum value, just say it's a 10, the value of r. Okay, we now come to this question 7a. For question 7a, they are saying that first term of an arithmetic progression is 83. So we're going to say 31 is what? Is 83. That's a term, and the sum of its first 51 terms, so 51 terms, the sum is what? Is a 3,468. So they want us to find the first term and the common ratio. Formula for the term, which is this one, right here, and also formula for sum. So this is the formula for sum. I'm writing right here. So this is how it's supposed to be. These are the two formulas we need. So for the first formula, they are saying 83 is the term which is at position 31. A we don't know. N is 31 minus 1 there. So 83 is equal to A plus, actually here is supposed to have a D, plus here 30D. We'll call this equation 1. We come to this one. So we know that it's a 3, 4, 6, 8 is equal to N is a 51 over 2A we don't know, plus N we know it's 51. So 51 minus 1, it will just be 50D. So we can simplify. Okay. When we simplify, actually we cross multiply. There's a 2 down there. So let's just cross multiply in advance here. So that is a 31, 6, 8 times 2. It's giving us a 69, 36. So 69, 36. 36 is equal to 51, open bracket, 2A plus 50D close. So we can say 69, 36 is equal to, when we multiply 51 times 2, it's giving us a 102. So 102A plus 51 times 50, it's giving us a 2,550D. So this is our equation 2. We can simplify it by dividing by 2 throughout. So when we divide by 2, here we're getting a 3, 4, 6, 8 when divided by 2. Even here when divided by 2, we're getting a 51A plus here we divide by 2, we're getting a 1,275D. So we've got now these two equations we need to solve simultaneously. So the first equation, it's this one, which is 8, 3 is equal to A plus 3, 0 or 30, 30D. And then the other one has got 3, 4, 6, 8 equal to 51A plus 1,275D. So we can solve these simultaneously. So bring 51 up here and the 1 here. We start multiplying. So 83 times 51, it's giving us a 4,233 equal to A times 51, that is a 51A plus here 30 times 51, it's giving us a 1,530D. Here it's a negative 3, 4, 68 is equal to 51A minus 1275D. We add, so when we add 4,233 minus 3,468, this is giving us a 76 or 765, which is equal to, here when we simplify, what are we getting? Here we're getting a 255. These two cancel out. These two, because there's a minus here, they'll cancel out. So divide by 255, even here 255. So 765 divide by 255, it's giving us a 3. So the value of D is equal to a 3. So we found the value of D. To find the value of A, we can say 83 is equal to A plus 30D. 83 is equal to A plus 30, and then here where there is D we put a 3. 83 is equal to A plus 90. So 83 is minus 90 is equal to A. This of course is giving us a negative 7 equal to A. and this is the value of a, is negative 7, which is the first term. We go to the next question. So for the next question here, they are saying second term is a 10 over 21, and fifth term is 80 over 567. Find the first and common ratio. So for the first term to be found at common ratio, we're going to use the term formula. This is the formula we're going to use. So we know that the second term is a 10 over 21, which is equal to a, we don't know, r, we don't know, while n, we know that it's a 2. Minus 1. Actually, the formula must have a minus 1 here. So this is a 10 over 21 equal to a r power r. This is equation 1. Because 2 minus 1 will give us a power 1. That's it. We now come to the next one using the same formula. Now, where there is t subscript n, we write 80 over 567 equal to a r power, the n now will be 5, minus 1 there, 80 over 567 is giving us a r power 4. This is equation 2. So now, here, we can now make, we make a the subject for this one. So we're going to say 10 over 21 multiplied by r is equal to a. I've just divided by r both sides, and this is what we're getting. Now we substitute in this other equation where a is. So we shall have 80 over 567 equal to a there is a 10 over 21 r power 4 there, r power 4, and then here it will be 80 over 567 equal to 10 there over 21 r power 3. When we divide this r in itself, it's a 1, into r power 4, it's r power 3, which we have here. So we can cross multiply. This is 80 times 21 over 567 times 10 is equal to r power 3. This and this will go, shall remain with 8 here, this one here, it's a 27, yeah. So when you say 567 divided by 21, it's giving us a 27. So we've got r power 3 is equal to 8 over 27. Find the cube root, both sides. So this will be r power, just r, and then this will be a 2 over a 3. So the value of r is a 2 over 3, okay, which is a common ratio. While the value of a, the first term, we use this part. So we're going to say 10 over 21 r is equal to a. We are solving for a, so it's a 10 over 21, 2 over 3, that's our r, is equal to a. And from here we can say a is equal to 10 over 21 times 2 over a 3. When you multiply here, 3 into 3, 1, into 21, it will give us a 7. So that's a 10 over 7 times 2. And here we can say 2 into 2, 1, into 5, into 10, it's a 5. So the value of a will simply be equal to a 5 over 7. So we've answered this. We go to the next question, which is question 8. Alright, so for question 8a, the answer here will just be 1,300 to 1,400. Here, they're asking about the medium class. It's falling right here. So just get this. That's the answer. For question B1, they want us to find the mean. So to find the mean, this is what you need to do. The first thing, without wasting your time, find the midpoint. So start adding these numbers here. So this plus this and then you divide by 2. It's giving us here it's giving us a 1150, while here when we say 1200 plus 1300, and then you divide the answer divided by 2, you are getting a 1250. Also here it will be 1350, here it will be 1450, here 1550. So you can test, you can go through to make sure that what you're doing is right by simply adding the first number and then by the second number. So these two, when you add, you divide by a 2, you see that you are getting what I've written on top. So when you do that, to find the mean, we know that mean is denoted using x bar. So we're going to say mean is equal to summation over x over summation of f. So summation of fx over summation of f. So here you just do this. You get the frequency, the number which is down here, multiplied by the midpoint. So this is what we are getting here. And then here we're getting that. There we're getting a 14, open bracket, 135 plus 15, 1450 plus 7155, and 0 there. This is a 7. And then you say everything over the total. The total here is a 50. So for the total here, they are saying it's a 50. So you add all these numbers. That's a total. So get your calculator. Start working out things. So when we simplify here, what are we getting for the first one? Here we're getting a 5705. So you must show all the steps in order for you to get more marks. When you multiply 9 times 1250, this is giving us 11250 plus, and then here 14 times 1350. This of course is giving us 18900. 15 times 1450. This of course is giving us a 21750. 7 times 1550. We are getting something like this. So now you say over everything over a 50, and of course here when we divide by 50, let me go through so that we don't make a mistake. We don't make a mistake. Hopefully you're also solving where you are. You are solving where you are. You are solving. Hopefully you are solving. So this is giving me a 6850. 6850. Okay, another 0, okay, over 50. So when we divide by 50, this is giving us a 1370, like this. This is what we're getting. Okay, so this is our mean. We now go to the next question where they're saying we find standard deviation. So for us to find standard deviation, we can say standard deviation is equal to, this is the formula, okay? Summation of f of x squared over summation of f minus x bar squared. So meaning here, we're going to get this the way it looks. Let me show you. So I'm simply going to say summation of f of x squared over summation of f. This will simply be equal to 5 open bracket. So let me check. I'm just copying this. So that's a 1150. So we'll be putting a squared here, plus what's following there, it's 9 open bracket. Is it 1250? 1250 squared plus, next it's a 14, and then here is 1350 squared plus, next it's a 15, if I'm not mistaken. Is it? Yes, 15. So here it will be 1450 squared plus, next it's a 7. So 7, actually power 2 must be here. Okay, so this is 1550 squared, and then everything over a 50. So we just simplify. 5 open bracket 1150 power 2 plus 9 open bracket 1250 plus close power 2 plus 14 open bracket 1350 squared plus 15 open bracket 1450 squared plus 7 open bracket 1550 squared. So this of course is giving us a 9454000 divide by 50. So when we divide by 50, this of course is giving us a something like this. This is what we are getting right here. So now we can say standard deviation is equal to the square root over what we've just found here minus the mean. So mean was this one, 1370. So 1370, that's the mean squared, is equal to, so we can say this is coming out to be equal to 14,000. So 14,000 here, the square root of 14,000, that's a 20 square root of 35, or you can say 118.32 15957. So these are the two answers, either this one or this one, whichever I want to write. Let's go to the next question. So for the next question here, they are saying we find the coordinates of point P. So to find the coordinates here, we're not going to waste our time. We get the equations involved. So there is y is equal to 2x power 2 plus 5. And another one is y is equal to 3x squared plus 1. So equate these equations. We're going to say 2x power 2 plus 5 is equal to 3x squared plus 1. We group the like terms. 2x squared minus 3x squared is equal to 1 minus 5. This is a minus x squared is equal to minus 4. Divide by negative 1 by negative 1. This and this will go. X power 2 is equal to 4. Find the square root, both sides. Okay, square root both sides. Square root both sides. So x is coming out to be equal to positive or negative 2. In our case, we just get a 2. So the value of x is equal to 2. So when we find this value of x, we can say y is equal to, get n of the equations. So if you want, you can get this one. Where there is x, you put a 2. So y will be equal to 3 times 4 plus 1. Y will be equal to, here it's 12 plus 1 is 13. So the coordinates there are 2, 13. Okay. So we go to the next question. So for question B, we can say equal to pi 0 to 2, 2x power 2 plus 5. Then here we put power 2 minus 3x power 2 plus 1 power 2, and then put dx. So what is happening here is that just get these limits. From 0 all the way to here, it's a 2 here. So from 0 to 2. And then start with the top equation, which is this one squared minus the bottom equation, which is this one. And this is what we've done here. So once you do that, you can say pi 0 to 2. You simplify what is inside. This is 4x power 4 plus here it will be 20x power 2, here 25. And then we say minus, this is 9 power 4, okay, when we simplify. And then this one will be minus 6x squared plus 1. If I'm not mistaken, dx, we simplify further. This is a pi 0 to 2. And then this and this, we're getting a negative 5x power 4. For this and this, we're getting a 16x squared. For this and this, actually here it's supposed to be minus, we're getting a 24 dx, if I'm not mistaken. Is it a 16 here? No, it's a 14 because 20 minus 6 is giving us a 14. It's a 14. So this is a pi 0 to 2. This would be a negative okay, so for question 10, they are saying the velocity v meters per second of a particle traveling in a straight line is given by v is equal to 60 minus pt squared, where p is a constant and t seconds is the time from the start. If the acceleration is 0 when time is 1, find the value of p. So acceleration is 0, okay? So for us to find the acceleration for question A, we are going to get the given function here or equation, and then find dv dt. So this is a 6, and then here it will be 2pt, okay, 2pt, okay. And now we can now say, since this is the acceleration, 6 minus 2pt is equal to 0, and we know that when time is equal to 1, so this will be like this. Where there is t, we put a 1, and then we simplify. This will be like this, and then the value of p is coming out to be equal to what? To 3. So the value of p is equal to a 3. Alright, so for question B to be answered here, they're saying find time when the particle comes to instantaneous rest. So we're going to say B and get the given equation, that is V is equal to 6t minus 3t squared. Where there is p, we substitute the value of p, which is a 3, and then we shall say 6t minus 3t squared equal to 0. We solve for t. So here it will be 3t open bracket 2t minus 2 minus this will be 2 minus t. 2 minus t is equal to 0. 3t is equal to 0. Divide by 3 by 3. T will be equal to a 0. And then for this other one, 2 minus t is equal to 0. T will be equal to a 2. So the answer is t equal to 2. For this other question, they are saying maximum velocity of the particle. So to get the maximum velocity of the particle, what we need here is the acceleration, because where velocity is the maximum, the acceleration, okay, will be equal to 0. We'll get this. So we shall say the original function or equation is supposed to be 6t minus 3t squared. So we find the acceleration of this, because this is question C, dv dt, this will be a 6 minus 6t. So we shall equate this equal to 0. 6 minus 6t is equal to 0. So negative 6t is equal to negative 6 minus, divided by negative 6 by negative 6. So the value of t will be equal to a 1. So this is what we found here. Value of t is equal to a 1. Okay, so once we get this value, because they are saying maximum velocity, okay, so we found the value of t to be equal to 1. So we're going to say, okay, the velocity that we have here, the velocity that we have, it's a 6t minus 3t squared. So we just substitute a 1 where t is. And when we substitute, this is giving us a 6 minus 3, which is equal to a 3. So the maximum velocity is a 3 meters per second. Okay? We now go to question D. They are saying the displacement of the particle at 4 seconds. So displacement of the particle, we'll get the original velocity here. Okay, so this is D. We just integrate it. Okay, we integrate. So this will give us a 3t squared minus t power 3. Okay, so we know that t is equal to a 4. I'm just integrating here. There's nothing complicated that I've done. I've just integrated. So when t is equal to 4, we just substitute 4 where t is. That will be 4 squared minus 4 power 3. This will be 3. Here it's 16 minus here. When we work out 4 power 3, it's giving us a 64. So this is 64. And then we say, so from here, let me take it this side. So when we say 3 times 16, this is giving us a 46. So this is 46 minus 64, and this is giving us a 16. Okay, it's negative 16, so negative 16. Okay, meters. We go to the next question. So here they are saying the curve y is e power x. The other one is y is equal to e power 1 minus x. So we find the coordinates of q where these are intersecting. So we can just say e power x is equal to e power 1 minus x. And then here, since the bases are equal to each other, we equate the powers. And this, of course, will be x plus x is equal to 1. 2x is equal to 1. Divide by 2 by 2. X is equal to 1 over 2. So we found the x coordinate. For the y coordinate, we get end of the equation. We can say y is equal to e power x. Y is equal to e. Okay, let me write properly. So here, y is equal to e power 1 over 2. So the coordinates at q are 1 over 2 comma e power 1 over 2. So these are the coordinates. And then for the gradient of each, so for the gradient to be found, we're simply going to say, let me start with the first one. So the first one here, which is this one right here, we just say dy dx is equal to e power x. That's the derivative of this. So m will be equal to e. We substitute the x value here. This is how it will be. This is the gradient. For the other one here, when we find dy dx of y e power 1 minus x, the dy dx here will come out to be equal to negative e 1 minus x. And when we simplify further for m, because this is the dy dx, m will be equal to negative e power 1 over 2. So that's it. That's the gradient for all We now go to question 11b. They're saying find the equation of a straight line which must be drawn on the graph. Y is equal to 3 minus e power 2x. To obtain the solution of the equation x is equal to ln 2 minus x power 1 over 2. So here, what we're going to do is to just come to this, introduce the e, so that this and this cancels. You remain with e power x is equal to 2 minus x power 1 over 2. So now we want to match this, looks like what we have right here. So here we can multiply by 2 the power, even here by 2. Let me use a dot here, by 2, which will be e power 2x is equal to a 2 minus x. This and this will cancel, will remain with this. So now this one looks like what we have here. So we can say y is equal to 3 minus 2 minus x. We substitute this part, and this will give us a y is equal to 3 minus 2 plus x, and this will be y is equal to 1 plus x, and this is the equation we're looking for. We go to the last question. Here it will be 1 over 2h plus 2 squared is equal to b will be r squared plus c, it's h squared. So we just simplify here, multiplying this by itself, it will be 1 over 4h squared plus 2h plus a 4 is equal to r squared plus h squared. So this will simply be equal to 1 over 4h squared minus h plus 2h plus 4 is equal to r squared. So we just simplify here, and when we simplify here it will be negative 3 over 4h squared plus 2h plus 4 is equal to r squared. So that's it for this one. For the next one, what you do, I'll just explain because my laptop is about to go down. So let me just explain what you need to do. For this one, you are going to form an equation. Okay, so where there is r here, you substitute this, and then you come and find the dr dh. You differentiate this and then solve. The solutions you find are that's where it will be stationary. Okay, those two solutions you find. So for the last question here, my laptop is about to go down, that's why I'm explaining like this. You find the second derivative for this one. That's all. Thank you so much guys for watching. Please remember to share the video and join our online classes. The number is 0969 17 57 01. Thank you, and bye bye.